Strategic Guide, Episode Lavaland. 5 power, Foxball. Let's dive in. Alright, so for this one, there's 2 ways to play it. So the first way you can do is just 1 spin. And then you want to aim over the blocks. You want to go over the fire. You'll get 1 spin, and then you'll land it safely down here. And then you can just try to find your power to all that backdrop and get your 2. This big pylon up top to come, and then there's a platform behind it. Wait for it, and then fire it now. This will land, and then you'll go down this chute, and then you can easily get it in for your 2. For this one, there is a shortcut over there. I'll show it after this clip, but what I'll generally do is just do 2 backspin, wait for this to come down. There's our spot. We'll hit this wall, then we'll go over here, and then we can get in for the easy 3. We don't have to worry about anything else. Just like that. Alright, so what you can do is if you spawn here, the right side, just wait for this to come down just right there. And then you can get it 2 that way. Potentially a hole in one, but I haven't got it yet. Easiest way for this map is just use lightest yellow you can. Get it out here. Wait for that biggest block in the middle. Aim at the hole. Wait for it to get down there. And then get your 2. The secret to this one is you want to land it on the soot. There's like a little X mark right there. That's a perfect spot. And then if you're back, you're just going to use full power. And you want to aim at the tip over here once that big block gets through. And just like that. Sometimes you may land a little bit forward of the mark. That's okay, you're still in the general area. So what you're going to do instead, if you're up here, is you're just going to use the hardest orange you can, light red. Still aim at that spot. And you'll still get it. This one, what you're going to want to do is just under the hardest green you can get. You want to land it here, and you want to land in the soot. If you do, that's perfect. Then you can just use 1 spin forward, aim right at the hole, and generally it should get you in. There we go. For this one, you're just going to full power it on the front block, and then you'll get your hole in one. This one, what I like to do is I like to do 2 forward spin, wait for that big block to come down right about there. Leaves you in a really good spot over here for just a hard yellow right at the hole. Beautiful. If you get stuck right here, no worries. What you can do is still use the same power, but swing it around like that. There you go. For this one, what you're going to want to do is wait a lot longer than you're normally going to think. So you're going to use just under the hardest yellow you can. There we go. And then we're going to wait for the biggest block in the back to come. And we're going to wait for the next block to start to spawn right about now. And then we fire. And that'll get you a hole. For this one, what you're going to want to do is you're going to wait for the double blocks to come. And then we're going to aim to the right of the center. So right over here, there's a little gap right here. You want to aim there or on the other side. And then we'll get in for an easy 2. So where the flag stick is, you want to land right in there, or land on this side over there. Those are the 2 spots. You generally don't want to go over the middle, because sometimes you may hit it. For here, you're just going to use 1 spin forward, aim it over these broken parts in the wall right here, and in for your easy 2. For this one, what I like to do is just do 2 spin forward, right at the tip of this triangle over here. Again, just 2 spin forward, aim it out over here, nothing special. And then we have a straight line to the hole to make it for your 3. Alternatively, what you can do if you want to be real risky is you want to land it right here. And then you're going to do 2 spin, and then you're going to wait just for a moment once this lands. Then go. Should pick it up, and then that should get you in. Land here, you're just going to do light yellow, light to mid yellow, generally good. Out here, hard yellow to get it inside of here. Perfect. And then it's going to be a mid yellow around there to get it in the hole for 3. If you want to get really daring, you can try this shot. I wouldn't recommend it at all, though. It's very inconsistent. Just wait for this little nub to come down. You can land it over here. Cool shot, though. Alright, so if this one, depending on when you start, if you're a little blocked over there, you'll just do full power right over there. Land it out over here. This one, what you're going to do is wait for the big block to come down. There it is. Full power it right about now. There we go. And then we're going to use the lightest orange you can. Nice orange right about there. And then you'll get it in every time. For this one, what I like to do is do 2 spin. And kind of look, there's the tip of the high block over the gap. Generally, that'll give you enough distance to get over this monstrosity. If you're stuck behind that, generally you're probably going to get like a 3 or 4. For this one, it depends on where you start. If you're way back here, what you can do is use 1 spin. Wait for the far platform to come, mid-red. It's right about now. And then that'll get you. Right, if you start up front here, it's going to be really easy. Just wait for the furthest block to come, full power. And there we go. And that should give you the hole in one. What you're going to want to do with this one is it's changed for me a little bit over the years. So they changed the mapping of the power a little bit. So you're going to want to use just over a light orange. You want to make sure you land it in here. And then we're going to do 2 spin now over here. We're going to use the lightest red you can get and bounce it off this back wall instead. And then that'll consistently get you to 2. And what you're going to want to do for this one is 1 spin. You're going to want to aim for the very tip of these broken walls. So you got that like that block at the very end. I'll show a picture. And then we're just going to do 1 spin, full power, wait for this to come up, and get your hole in one. If you start back here, it's going to be the same principle. We're just going to do 1 spin, wait for it to come up. About now. There you go. For this hole, you can play for the hole in one. I generally don't. I prefer to just do 2 spin, go over here, and then you'll hit in this corner. And then you're going to use a light orange at the very tip of the block over here, and it'll get you in for 2 every single time instead of risking it. Or if you want to go for the hole in one, this is generally not a good spot. But you're going to do 2 spin, wait for that block on the outside to come. 2 spin, light orange. Wait for the timing, wait for it. And then that should give you the hole. For this one, what you're going to want to do is just under the hardest red you can. There's a light block and a dark block down here that you're going to see. You want to aim between these 2 blocks because you want to get up on the ramp. 2 backspin, counter spin, aim just right of the hole. And every now and then, if you're up on the ramp a little bit more, it will give you the 2, but be happy with the 3. On the ramp, if you don't land there, what you're going to want to do is just do 1 spin, hit it out over this way, and just save your 3. What you can do, if you can start here, just do 2 full power spins off the backboard, and but only from that starting position. Alright, and you so happen finding yourself currently with a perfect game against one of the best players in the world. This one, you're going to wait for the big one, mid-red, wait for it to come down, and then you'll get your perfect game with Janelle. And now we're going to try to beat Janelle on this shootout by using 1 spin, light red, wait for the big block to come down. You want to hit the edge, and then we'll land it. Generally for me, that's a pretty good spot. And we both went the best player. And give him a good game. Hey, would you look at that? I wonder if you watch my videos. If you do, you're in a video. Congratulations. For this shootout, what you're going to want to do is wait for that big block to come in the middle. You're going to go just under the lightest yellow you can. And then just barely go a little bit more. Barely move it. A little bit forward. And then that'll get you a really good spot. And on this shootout, what you're going to do is, I like to wait for the double block, the big block to come. We're going to aim at the very tip over here, which it's like a mid-yellow. So we're going to wait for that block to be in the middle. That's good. And that'll usually get you in a good spot.